We have finished a difficult year. We have come through a difficult decade. But a new year has come. A new decade stretches before us. We don't quit. I don't quit. Let's seize this moment to start anew, to carry the dream forward, and to strengthen our union once more. Thank you. God bless you. And God bless the United States of America.
And there it was for an hour and 10 moments. The President of the United States, the State of the Union address, George.
Hour and 10 minutes. That was an ambitious speech. Diane, the president, unapologetic, going through an hour and 10 minutes, talking about the agenda he addressed in a year that he called one of the most difficult years in our nation's history. And this agenda going forward is something he says he is going to continue to pursue. He will not quit, but very, very clear, Diane, priority number one, jobs. Top priority in 2010, he wants a jobs bill passed.
And he said, I want it on my desk right away. He was challenging Republicans all along the way. Let us bring in George Will, Donna Brazil, John Meacham, who's the editor of Newsweek and a historian. George, start us off with a quick take.
Last year, in the second sentence of his first State of the Union address, the president said, the economy is the issue that rises above all others, and particularly that means jobs. Then, to the intense frustration of his own party, he spent the next year talking about health care. He's back to his first State of the Union address, and this time I suspect he means it. It will be a jobs-creating agenda more than a health care passing agenda.
And Donna, it was something 31 minutes into the speech before he got to health care.
That's right, George. Right now, the president is worried about creating jobs that will help lift up Main Street. He intends to target more resources to those communities in need and to help Americans by providing small businesses with a lifeline so that they can extend jobs where people live and work each and every day.
John Meacham, you're a presidential historian. Put this in some context. What I saw there is the president not being contrite like Bill Clinton in 1995, much more defiant, more like Ronald Reagan in 1983.
There was a lot of Reagan here, but presidents come to this chamber to declare war, to celebrate peace, and to hit the reset button. And Obama hit it hard. He hit it with a feisty presentation, but there were at least 3 moments where he expressed explicit humility. I know that people aren't sure I can deliver this change. I take my share of the blame for not explaining health care. But he ended with, I don't quit, which of course is a long-term answer to the old line from President Nixon as well, who said he wasn't a quitter, but this was a much more affirmative and I think forward-leaning sentiment that the president hit again and again.
Since jobs was the topic sentence, Mark Zandi, who's the chief economist for Moody'sEconomy.com, has advised both sides of that aisle. What did you make of the president's plan talking about $30 billion for helping community banks give credit? He also talked about small business tax cuts, eliminated capital gains on small business investments, infrastructure. What'd you make?
Well, I think he's got the right focus. It is small business. I mean, here's a really important statistic. If you look at businesses that employ fewer than 100 employees, they account for more than half of all the jobs in the country. And they can't get credit. Every small business complains about getting credit, and they lack confidence. And I think the proposals that the president put forward address that. So if this gets passed quickly, I think it will make a meaningful difference, and the job market will be in gear by this time next year.
You think it will create jobs? How many jobs do you think, from what you heard?
Well, if you just take this package by itself and you combine it with some of the other things we're talking about, unemployment insurance and perhaps some help to state and local government, I think it could make about 1 million job difference by this time next year. So a meaningful difference. And let me say, the president is right. The stimulus package that was passed last year is a plus. The economy would be in a measurably worse place today without it. You combine this little bit more of juice, and I think we'll be in a much better place.
I want to go out to Deborah Roberts, who's in Elkhart, Indiana. The president invoked it twice tonight as a scene of great suffering. He's been there 4 times, twice as president, twice as a candidate. What was the reaction in the room?
Well, Diane, I would say the president scored some points here tonight. These people have been slammed in this recession. Some of the folks watching here tonight with us have been out of work for more than a year. They were heartened, though. There was even some applause in the room when the president talked about making jobs a new priority and holding banks accountable. They liked hearing that. But some of them said that they remain skeptical, though, about whether Congress will really work together, as the president said he hopes they will. They're happy with what they heard, but there's still a little skepticism here, Diane. These people are really hurting, and they want to see some action.